How to get people to answer your email. You know this.
I can do this one. So, how to get people to answer your email. It turns out it's really funny because when we have requests, one of the things we have to worry about is that, everyone's inbox is full. Who here thinks that they're not getting enough email?
Anybody want more?
Okay, a few people.
Give
me your address. I'll set you up. Chris Penn. Chris Penn will help you fix that problem. Marketingovercoffee.com. But to get the email, you have to have already built some relationships. People, we get pitches a gazillion times a day. Please look at my dumb new website. Please look at my dumb new social media startup. We think we've really nailed something unique and superior. Boy, we have really differentiated from what LinkedIn is doing. Oh, really? Because I didn't know I had a LinkedIn problem. I get that search blows, but otherwise, I mostly like the guys. Oh, please retweet, yeah. Why have an inbox in Twitter? That direct message is nothing but please would you retweet my stupid thing. And I'm sorry, I know I'm sounding bitchy, and I am. But what I'm saying is that the way to do it is always have a relationship. Always have been giving first. Always do things for people. Tim Sanders, the guy who wrote Love is the Killer app, blew my head right off my shoulders a few weeks ago, and I'm still reeling from the fact that he just gave and gave and gave.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what else we want to add here, but
Chris,
no,
I'll always answer the email that starts out, I need your home address so I can send you $100.
That's a good one. I need your home address so I can send you $100. Actually, on my new contact,
that's all I got your book, right?
that's probably true. My new contact form on my blog had one of the things you could check off for why you're contacting me is I want to send Chris a bag of money. People click it too. Out of 84 contacts in the last couple of days, 3 people clicked I want to send you a bag of money.
How many bags of money did you get?
0. It's not very effective.
You could be the first one.
Thanks, John.
Somebody sent me a bottle of tequila.
See, I love that. I love that.
I'll always answer those emails.
Journalists in the room who are reeling from the getting swag stuff, I love swag. Build armies.
This is not a political statement, but one person decided to call people at home on their landline, and the other person decided to connect with people on Facebook and on Twitter and where other people actually were. And one of those people won an election. Right?
So we call it You Shall Know Us by Our Dial Tone, which is a rip of Eggers, You Shall Know Us by Our Velocity, which is a rip of whatever the hell that other thing.
What do you?
The Native American story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I never get it right, so I'm just not going to say it. But basically, the very big premise is that once, the way this campaign worked really well for people was, they did a lot, this campaign did a lot to give people ideas and make the ideas the people's ideas. They did a real lot to say, these are what we think are interesting. Do you think they're interesting? And if so, run with them. And people made, can you talk just a little bit about the author of that book?
I'm going to do it again, Chris. You call this give your idea handles. And that means give it something that people can hold on to and call their own. Right. So if they can do that, and if you can do that, you can build an army of people. The problem is that on the internet, you are very small. And the internet is very large.
And
so
no one knows you're a dog.
Sorry?
And no one knows you're a dog.
No one knows you're a dog. You can build an army of dogs that shoot bees out of their mouths. Anyway, so the point is that if because you're very small, you have to build a large group of people to have an impact. And whether you do that through influence or any other group doesn't matter. But we're small little people. The internet is very vast, and we need to be able to build large groups in order to be able to be successful.
I'll skip this story. We have 5 minutes. I'll tell this story.
This is your buddy.
Yeah, I was going to bum rush the charts is the last story. It was actually Julien participated in the campaign. I think Delaney might have been involved with it too. There were a lot of us who, we took one podcasting, and by we, I didn't help much at all. Took one podcast artist and wanted to try to make one of their songs, a pod safe artist, shoot to the top of the iTunes chart. It was pretty fun.
It works, obviously. If you can get a large group to sort of gather around something, and you leave an impact, it's much larger than asking your friend to dig something or whatever the hell people do now.
Well, it's really relevant to this week. I asked very politely on my blog on Monday, if you're going to buy Trust Agents, if you want to buy Trust Agents, 1 or 200 copies, please 200, do it this week. Because it turns out that the way they do bestseller lists is Sunday to Saturday measurement, and it all counts within one 7-day spot. So this guy is my comic book store guy. I know that's weird. I know he looks like a lawyer. But what's really cool is by giving ideas handles, it turned out that he's right in my town. It turns out he was reading my blog and I didn't know this. It turns out he started following me on Twitter, and I also didn't know this because I don't get those messages that say your blah blah is following you, because it used to just be porn stars and MLM marketers, which are both the same. But it turns out he's using all of the stuff that we blog about, the general public, because now he's reading all of you, it seems, to do things with his comic book store. So he direct messages me every Wednesday when all the new comics come out, the ones that I like. So he doesn't send me some mass newsletter about comics. He tells me, Dark Avengers is out.
That's amazing, I have to say.
I love it. Because it's like what the iTunes store used to be. Remember when you first got the iTunes store?
Yeah.
You seriously, you just shook your wallet at it. You're like, wow. You're like, I really need 99 Love Balloons. And it's right there. You ever have that, the late night 80s music binge, and you buy a bunch of songs that you never listen to? Yeah. I don't even remember what the slide's about. Coaches.
Do you know what the slide is?
I don't know.
I don't.
Coaches. It's a man. It's a very nice man.
Okay.
For the social media consultants in the room.
This is the part where you don't raise your hand.
Yeah, right. Don't raise your hand. In the middle there, teach them to fish. Do not tweet on behalf of your clients. Do not do all that crap on behalf of your clients. Teach them to fish. These tools are about how to be human. The last thing we want to do is teach them how to be plastic again. We already did that well from 1950 to 2006. Can we just all get along? Those are the only other two ideas on the screen. I don't know that we have really time for questions, but that's how to contact us in two.
Maybe a couple.